one. Has Obama apologized to Africa for that?
The answer is no.
Are you going to compare the time of Gaddafi and now? The answer is no. So what is the essence of army rebels in Libya? Now, can you just answer me? Can can somebody explain the reason for funding army rebels to kill Gaddafi in Libya? It is to destabilize Africa. That is number one. Number two, when the war of Syria started, before the war of Syria started, it is the same thing they did in Libya that they wanted to do in Syria. They funded and armed rebels in Syria. They said, oh, we are not going to go, our ground troop will not go there. So who are you funding? Who are you giving arms to? They don't know. But some of them know who they are. It was from there. Those people that supplied arms to, Obama supplied arms to in Syria, splitted into three. One of them became the ICC today. The other two engaged the Syria, engaged the NATO. The other one fought alongside with Assad, the Syrian government, and Russia came to help them. As that was going on, Turkey was buying oil from the ISIS. One of them who controlled the oil in Syria. And Russia was not happy with that. Several times, if you all can remember when aeroplane was shut down. And Russia accused Turkey of buying the gas from ISIS in order to fund them. This was going on. Everybody, those who were interested in reading what is going on, know what I'm talking about. That was how ISIS came on board, using America's arms supplied by Obama. So Donald Trump came. Many of us who understood what is going on and how Donald Trump can stop this nonsense, we supported Donald Trump. We supported Donald Trump because he was the right man then. But many people was calling Donald Trump a racist. He hates blacks. We saw beyond that. We saw beyond a man who was just abusing blacks. It was not just about abuse. We saw something beyond abusing blacks. And by the way, was there anything he said about black that were not true? Is there anything he said about Nigerian criminals that were not true? Is it that Nigeria is a shithole? Is it a lie? Or is it because it was coming from him? So, nobody can come out and say what Trump said was a lie. But why was a white man saying it? Why was it a white man who said it? That was the problem. And that is the hypocrites, political correctness that we see ourselves today. It has destroyed the human dignity, the morality we have as a people. You are saying it. You are wrong. You are the wrong person to say it. We supported Donald Trump because of that. And when he came on board, what happened? ISIS disappeared. Donald Trump dealt with them. And Obama policy, Obama structure for the Islamization was truncated by the policy of Trump. Many people don't. This I'm telling you today, please go back and reflect and see what I'm telling you. Everything was truncated by Donald Trump foreign policy. ISIS was wiped away. From Iraq to Afghanistan, Taliban, to Syria, everywhere was calm.
That is true.
And then they use media to destroy Donald Trump, just like they are trying to destroy me. They use media. Every media was against Donald Trump. They tell you he's sick, he's too flamboyant. Is it sickness? Is this flamboyant we are talking about? We are talking about the foreign policy that have restored peace globally. He went as far as even talking to the North Korea. He visited there. there was a process of restoring peace globally. And then Obama and their multinational corporation came back again and started campaigning for Joe Biden. We warned the Americans. They say it was not our business. What's our business in American politics? We warned them. As is what is to come today, all of them are crying. All of them are crying for Donald Trump. All of them are crying that Joe Biden is this and that. That is exactly what is going on today. Joe Biden administration funded Iran up to $6 billion or more than $6 billion. The same Iran is attacking Israel. The same America is defending Israel against Iran. What does that tell you? So if you ask a question about how America is funding Nigeria, it is kind of funny. Because these are people who have ulterior motive that only them know. And like I said, there is somebody behind the scene, and the person is Obama. Obama is Biden, Biden is Obama. So the question of what they do and give money or aid to these countries is just for formality. They turn around, use that money to fund the attack against the American people. And that is exactly what is happening in Nigeria today. The same American general came to the Sahel region. He was making comment about Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda, ISWAP, that it is only in Nigeria that have been able to work together. And what they are looking for is to make Nigeria a safe haven so they can now begin to attack the West and America. And he said they are very sure that this is what they want to do, but they don't know when this particular attack is going to start. The same America today can watch how Hamas came to Nigeria, and a platform was given to the leader of Hamas, and the land has been allocated to them in the northern Nigeria to mine Californium to raise money to fight against Israel. The same America is watching Biafra, see how Biafra is going to do. Instead of them to arm us, we are not Islamic rebels. But you see, because we carry Bible like them, they will not arm us. Because we are peaceful like them, they will not arm us. They rather arm Taliban. They rather arm terrorists in Libya. They will arm rebel terrorists in Syria. But when it comes to Christians, they will never arm you. So what are they trying to let you know? They are trying to let you know that you must be radical before you can get the attention of the world. Go and ponder on what I have just said today. Have you seen them arming all Islamic rebels around the world? But when it comes to Christian rebels, if they call us rebels, because that's what they call us. When it comes to Christian separatists, they will let you to suffer. They will allow you to kill yourself for 30 years, like they did in Sudan. In Sudan, North and South Sudan, 30 years of fight before they now say, come and have your freedom. But when it comes to Islamic rebels, you will see America funding them. They did it to Taliban. Everybody knows the history of Taliban. It was to use Taliban to fight Russia. It failed. They have done it to Libya. It failed. They did it to Syria. It failed. But when it comes to Christians, us, we are Christians. We believe the same faith with America. We have the same constitution with America. We believe in human dignity with America. They will turn back on us. So, and the person engineering this current America policy is Obama, pro-Islamic State. Thank you.
Please, my Prime Minister, in 30 seconds, please. I don't know if I can speak in 30 seconds. From what you just explained, sir, and I realize that America in secret is funding terrorists to take over people's land so that they can form alliance with these terrorists after the terrorists have conquered and take away the resources of the people. That is my understanding. But I want to say to America and Britain that no matter how thick the darkness is, it cannot overshadow the light. The light is the truth. And what makes you a powerful nation is your ability to defend the truth, not the amount of the weapons of war that you have. Yeah. But if America has chosen under Joe Biden to turn their back against the truth, to turn their back against justice, this will mark the beginning of America and Britain's fall. Thank you very much, my Prime Minister, for the explanation. God bless you, sir.
out.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Rage and
Okay.
Fury.
Oh my
And
God.
I can feel the rage in you there. Thank you very much. We move, and I appreciate our Prime Minister. That was a very detailed
Yes.
explanation, and even the deaf could hear it.
Yes.
That packaged truth that cannot be covered. Thank you so
Yes.
much. And then we'll go very fast, please. 60 seconds to you, Mazi, Chine, Merem. Please quickly bring your question. 60 seconds.
Okay. Good evening, my Prime Minister of Biafra people. We greet you, sir. We are seeing your handwork, and thank you so much for standing up for this wonderful for our wonderful brothers Israel. And I just want to ask you something, please. Can you please pardon us and tell that people that doesn't know the relationship between Biafra and Israel? Can you please share more light about the relationship between us? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. As everybody who may, or those who may not understand the relationship between us and Israel, we are the descendant of the Jews, and we are part of the Jews of Africa. A lot of people, a lot of researchers have actually said that Israel came from us, that the Jews came from us, and that we are the original Jews. So there has been a lot of research, and scholar opinion about Biafra, the descendant, the people of the gods. So we are, I would say, the original Jews. And having said that, during the time, even before the Biafra War, the state of Israel participated, although that time they played the double standard of supporting Biafra and at the same time supporting Israel. They're supporting Nigeria. And I wouldn't blame them, because they worked based on the information available to them as at that time. But now, a lot of secret is out. So they wouldn't do that double standard again. During the time of the Biafra-Nigeria war, over 50 Israeli Jewish organizations supported Biafra, because they have come to understand that indeed we are the people of God, the descendant of Jews, like you have them in Ethiopia. It is only in Biafra land that Nigeria succeeded in ridiculing the Jews, the Biafra people. But in Ethiopia today, for example, they recognized the Ethiopian Jews. But Nigeria and Britain worked tirelessly to ridicule us before any person, before any government in the world. They ridiculed us. They told them very bad things about Biafra, and in quest to silence and block whoever that will wish to help Biafra to gain independence from Nigeria. So the war we are fighting is the most difficult, the most complicated, the most difficult task. And our freedom will come like no other freedom in the history of mankind. That's why we understand the complexity of fighting for our freedom to exit Nigeria. So, in a nutshell, the answer to your question, or to address the people, is that we, the Biafra people, are the people of Jews. And we are the descendant of Jews, and we are the black Jews, just like you have them in Ethiopia. And the Ethiopian Jews, for example, were recognized by the Israeli government, and they can travel to Israel without visa. They are treated just like them, one of them in Israel, but not the people of Biafra, because Nigeria and Britain made it possible to block that particular opportunity and possibility. But we are not going to give up. We know that in time to come, we are not going to look for them, they will look for us. Just like today, as this war is going on, we know that now it is just a technological war where the drone is doing its job. They are firing rockets and all that. But the time will come when they are going to need the ground troop. Biafra will offer them 15,000 men. It may even increase to show that we will never forget our root. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I'm so happy with your question. Thank you so much. And I'll say, talking about recognizing Jews in Ethiopia, I also want to tell you, sir, in Aguleri, I'm from Anamu, and I was born and brought up in Aguleri. In Aguleri, there is a place called Enugu Aguleri. That Enugu Aguleri is where Eri was buried. If you want to to our listeners, go to Genesis chapter 46 verse 16. You will see where Bible mentioned Eri left Egypt. So let me not go far from that place. So every year in Aguleri we celebrate Eri Day, and in that day Israel people used to come there. Some dwarf people used to do some rituals, and that place that Eri was buried, there is one tree that have three fruits. That is Trinity. That tree grow up where Eri was buried. Thank you, sir. If you want to investigate, go to Aguleri. You will see it there. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you very much. We know the Eri, and we know the people of God that are, the history is very rich there. But I'm not here to share the history of the Eri kingdom or Eri people in Aguleri and all that. Everybody knows that. But just for the people who don't understand why Biafrans are standing with Israel, we are not actually standing with Israel. We are standing for ourselves, because we and Israel are the same.
Yes.
So it is we were standing with Israel just because we found ourselves in different climes, different country, different zone. So standing with Israel is also standing for ourselves. We can never be wiped away and wiped out of the surface of the earth. Exterminating Israel, annihilating Israel is not the same as annihilating us. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, Chinemere. Thank you so much. As you go back to listening, and we bring up national opinion. National opinion, your hand is up. Please, 60 seconds. Bring your question.
All right, greetings everyone. Greetings, Mr. Simon Ekpa. Greetings everyone on this space. I just wanted to ask a little question. This situation on ground has been there for many years, and if you go to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's profile page, you are going to see that the flag of Israel is hoisted on his timeline. To show you our collaboration and our togetherness with the people of Israel. So these attacks on Israel has come as a huge shock to us. So my question is, what is our defense mechanism right here in Nigeria? Because we are endangered. If you check last 2 weeks, there were reports of movement of the Shiites in Abuja. They were protesting about the Palestine and the whole distance. So what is our defense mechanism? What defense mechanisms do you think are in place for Biafrans in case of any impending danger? Because that's just what I wanted to ask.
Of course, the defense mechanism is not what I'm going to share with you. It's an intelligence, a security question. But what I can assure you is that during the time that we're killing us, whenever there is issue with Israel and Palestine, then we do not have Liberation Army. We don't have arms to defend ourselves. So that is difference today. That's why you have not seen any record of somebody being killed, Biafran being killed in the north, or their businesses being burned. Because like I said, any day they do it this time around, we will divide Nigeria into two. We'll cut Nigeria, not divide. We'll cut it into two. And those who understand what I mean by cutting into two will understand me. Of course, not to ordinary person in Nigeria, they will not understand. But the military, the terrorist organization called military knows what I mean by cutting Nigeria into two. We'll cut it into two to start with. Thank you.
Thank you so much, PM. Thank you, National Opinion. We move. Please make your question very quick and brief. Mazi Chidera.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back updates and information as see the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, it will be the first we'll collect them. Oh yeah, my people, let's go down to the news proper as it is hot. You don't share. Some kepu wey be say e dey leak for my table now. They bring important message. The information wey be say the leakage for my table now be say the NIG government don dey send messages, letters to the Finnish government, the Finland government, to give them the opportunity to extract Mazi Simon Ekpa from Finland to try him in Nigeria. And when some people heard that thing, the first thing that came out of their mouth is Omekwaranogeni. Omekwaranogeni. That language says, what did Simon Ekpa do? And why are the NIG government after that man? Let's go down to the full detail of the information so that you can see as it be. There was some time ago, some people were arguing with me, you know. They said Simon Ekpa is a nobody, Simon Ekpa is this, Simon Ekpa is that. I was asking and I said, have you gone through the biography of the man we are talking about? They said no. I said, why are you making a blind argument? Because for you to discuss about somebody, you must have done an underground check, research, search about the person before you start talking. Meanwhile, for the benefit of doubt, I want us to just look at Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is according to the information Wikipedia 2023 says that Simon Ekpa was born on March 1985, aged 39, from Ohuku, Ebonyi State, Nigeria. Citizenship, Finnish. He's a citizen of Finland. That's the citizenship. We'll make una dey hear am. Occupation, politician. Years of active, 2019 till date. Organizations, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Biafra Liberation Army. These are two organizations he has. Known for Biafra separatism. Political party, National Coalition Party. Movement, Independence of Biafra. Award, Ambassador of Peace. Now, let's go back down to a little bit early life of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Around far back as 2003, Ekpa won the 100-meter silver medal for Nigeria at the 2003 African Junior Athletics Championship in Cameroon. He left athletics because of a new problem. Since 2007, he has lived with his family in Lahti, Finland. He learned Finnish, became a citizen, and did military service in the Finnish military at the Heme Regiment in Henala in 2013, as well as reservist in the Finnish Army. He was a candidate in the 2022 Finnish county election under the National Coalition Party of Finland. As of 2023, he is a city councillor in Lahti. Make una dey see the kind of man that some people open their mouth and said, that man is nothing, that man is that. Meanwhile, make I cut it short on this side because ndị be anyị si na na-ama atụ ife nwa dị gịnị ọ dị ka ọ dị n'olu. Other information, Kepu don dey land for Ebonyi State, where they have big clash between the men of the NIG police combined team and some unknown men. But some information don dey leak say na the BLA boys na then carry that woto go give NIG them boys and as it dey be. But the main thing wey be say it happened for that place be say some people collected woto. As it be, another information just dropped that Kano's judicial saga IPOB demands state of emergency in judicial sector. Say Tiela. They say IPOB don't demand state of emergency for this judicial sector in order to be able to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ohamadike one of Ndi Igbo justice. And my question is, many prominent people in Nigeria, I'm not in any way saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not prominent. He is a prominent Igbo man, a promising child of Ndi Igbo. But what I'm trying to say that the people in power now, look at what is happening in Kanu, whereby Emir of Kanu, the former Emir, was removed during the government of Buhari and presently replaced him with another one. As it be, presently the government of Tinubu and the government of Kaba in Kano State have also dethroned the present Emir and has installed Sanusi back. Let me take you to what the IPOB members are saying. They say that there should be a state of emergency in judicial sector because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As the news goes, dissatisfied with the Nigerian judicial system, indigenous people of Biafra IPOB on Monday demanded from the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Olukoyade Ariwola, a state of emergency in judicial sector. Making the demand in an open letter made available to newsmen through her image maker, Emma Powerful, IPOB said it felt compelled to bring to the attention of the Chief Judge the ongoing choreographed perversion of the cause justice taking place in Abuja Court in the case of FGN versus Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We equally urge your immediate intervention to arrest this ongoing desecration of the rule of law being conducted in full view of the public and civilized world. It is shocking and beyond belief that a High Court judge sitting in Abuja will state boldly in an open court of law and on record that she would not obey or have regard for any determination made by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. It is in its SC judgment in respect of the matter remitted back to her court. Surely, Chief Justice, this is an invitation to judicial anarchy and procedural lawlessness. For the purpose of clarity, we state that the issues determined by the Supreme Court are the premeditated, murderous military invasion of the Isiama Afaruku Ibeku, country home of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, subsequent fight to safety following the above invasion and bail restoration. On these three issues, the Supreme Court held in their judgment, which was read by Emmanuel Agim, JSC, in open court on 15th December 2023 in what was at the time billed as the lead judgment that the invasion of the home of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by armed agents of the federal government of Nigeria, comprises of the DSS, military and police, is unlawful, illegal, and contempt of court. These are the exact words used by the apex court in Nigeria to describe the conduct of the Nigerian government in the above regard. To make matters worse, according to their lordship in same judgment, the then Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, and the trial judge knew about the illegal and unlawful invasion of the home of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, yet proceeded to deceive themselves and conceived to revoke the bail earlier granted and issue, in the words of the justice, an unlawful bench warrant. All these words were used in the finding of the apex court, which is not only before the trial court, but a matter of public record. Before your retirement, there is an urgent need for you to declare a state of emergency in judicial sector. This should include but not restrict to the restraining of some high court judges on the manner of proper interpretation of judgment, decision, and opinions of superior court of record. My people, now don't see as it happen for that matter. Now the IPOB members, and then they talk this one, they remind the chief judge, say, now who it's better that you declare state of emergency in order to be able to arrest the situation that is prevalent in the Nigerian judicial system. Remember, if you want to talk about Nigeria judicial system and what is in Nigeria judicial system, my brother, I don't think you and I will be able to go today because the judicial system is more like a pottage jam to the executive arm of the government. If I should put it this way, that the judicial system of the NIG government is more like a pottage jam to the executive arm, because all the offices, the highest office in the judicial is by appointment. Meanwhile, another section, I will tell you why these people are pottage in the hand of the executive. Because we are told in government in school that the reason for the arms of government is for check and balances. It is for check and balances. I don't know if you're getting the point. It is for checks and balances. Meanwhile, but when it comes to this country as it be, you find out that there is nothing like checks and balances. Everybody is God for themselves. And if you're a president or you're a governor, you lord every other person. Thank you for listening, my people. God bless you. Side, we are surprised for him to have cited those parts of the constitution that he is not supposed to be tried in Nigeria. And that is another falling inside of pepper soup for the NIG president, Oga Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because that matter now is getting out of hand, because for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to have cited that particular law, it shows that something is really getting out of hand as it be. And everybody's wondering what is going to be the aftermath. What is going to be the aftermath of this particular case? And by the look of things, my brother, I will tell you that the NIG government is in hot pepper soup. The NIG government is in hot pepper soup because from what I'm seeing, you find out that the NIG government is in big hot pepper soup. The pepper soup they are in is not just a pepper soup, but a hot one. Because when Kanu cited that particular part of the constitution, if you watch that video, if you have not watched the video, scroll down to my 8 days or maybe past 5 days broadcast or past 3 days broadcast, you will see that video there. Where Kanu was talking about, was quoting the constitution. He cited the constitution and said that the NIG government does not have the right to try him. And when he cited the constitution, there was something he said. He said that the NIG government are bona fide members of this particular constitution. They signed the constitution, that they cannot go back and fall their hand in the constitution because they are bona fide signatory to that particular constitution which they signed. That is to say that him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is not supposed to be tried in Nigeria court. There is something I want to say before I continue. Anything you are doing in this life, my brother, my sister, try to become experts in that thing. Whatever you are doing, you can be a mechanic, you can be a vulcanizer, you can be a welder, you can be a lawyer, you can be a politician. Is not even an occupation, because you can be anything. You can be an architect. But the main thing is that whatever you find yourself doing, make sure that you are the best in that thing. You know, when MNK appeared the last time in court, I looked at him. He was looking very fresh. He was not looking like someone that is in prison. At least he's looking fresh. He's not looking like someone that is in custody. and he still came out with his Fendi. Now, if MNK is not educated enough, if he's not well read, how will he be able to defend himself? Did you see that MNK's 2 words have covered everything that the lawyers, we are trying to find out in the past 4 years, or in the past 2 years of this particular case, past 3 years now? MNK in one day quoted everything. Honor, it is good that whatever you are doing, try and become best in that particular thing. Meanwhile, let's go to another information as it hot. Police don't uncover plans to unleash mayhem in Kanu. There has been a lot of katakata recently in Kano State due to the issue of emir, and it looks as if this emir and monarchia traditional stuff of a thing, Igwe of a thing, the politicians has put hand into it. Yes, the politicians have decided to take over people's tradition in Africa in order to be able to control the people, because the present government may want to install their own emir, someone who favors them. The past government also removed the past emir and installed someone who favors them, because they want to have an upper hand of politics in that particular locality. That is what is happening. It happened in Imo State 2008, Dan, during the time of Rocha Sokorocha, where the government allowed a particular number of people to form an autonomous community of their own, and that was what affected Imo State. That particular system of traditional ruling or government at the locality destroyed a lot of things, because Ndi Igbo has their tradition. Ndi Igbo has their sacredness, likewise every other tribe. And when you desecrate this particular sacredness, what uphold the people, what the people are known for, you destroy the people, you destroy the ground, you destroy the foundation, the structure that the ancestors have laid, of which you know that this particular structure tradition has gathered the people for a number of years, for a long time, for a number of years. It has gathered the people for a number of years. And now you see politicians coming just all of a sudden to destroy whatever that has been built. Let's go down to what is particularly happening now in Kano State. I think that this particular scenario is only prevalent in Alibo, but looking at what is happening in Kano, you will find out that politics has come again. Amid the emirship tussle in Kano State, the police have uncovered plans to unleash mayhem in Northwest State. The police commissioner of the state, Husani Gumel, stated this in a press briefing at the government house late on Saturday. According to him, the police and other security agencies have mobilized to take down anyone trying to cause terror in the state. We have uncovered criminal intelligence by some group of people who are considered as enemies of the state, miscreants who are trying to unleash terror in the state by embarking on targeted attacks on locations, particularly the House of Assembly, as well as some privileged locations within the state capital, he said. The police commissioner said the plot has been verified by so many sources. Anybody who wants to test the ground, security has the capacity to deal with the miscreant. We have perfected plans to embark on serious patrol and detection on locations where we are informed by the miscreants are hiding. He added, we are going to embark on a house-to-house search. Anybody who feels he is stronger than the law should try it. Kano will remain safe and nobody can override the decision. The issue of chieftaincy affairs have been perfected by the executive arm of government. We are standing by the law and we are strictly going to enforce the existing law, he added. Governor Abba Kabi had on Thursday dethroned Aminu Ado Bayero and replaced him with Muhammadu Sanusi II, a development that has been met with protest. My people, una don't see as it happen. Now the governor of Kano State now in dethrone the current emir and install the former emir who was also dethroned by the past government. And you can see that this is politics at its peak, politics at its zenith. When politicians tries to play politics with traditions and customs of the people, you will find out that some of these things usually have a bad repercussion in the community and among the people. I think that politicians should try their best to separate politics with the people's tradition. Yes, because if the people's tradition are separated from politics, you will find out that the people will have a voice. The governor is there. The emir that he wants to install is his person. Now, when he installs this emir, you will find out that the people will not have a mouth of their own. The people will not have someone who can speak for them because the emir is governor's friend. Whatever the governor does is good. I think politicians should leave all these fundamental things, elementary matters, and focus on building the nation. Africa is falling. Nigeria itself is falling. The northern part, the southern part, the eastern part, the western part is falling. The economy is nothing to write home about. The economy has dwindled. It has gone down, and the government has decided not to look into some of these things. What they are looking into is installing and removing of emir, and also ways of making sure that they oppress the people more and more. Meanwhile, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain, and if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go on and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, it will be the first we'll collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.